Coming up, a man distributing food and clothes outside of Silo Mission ends up being ticketed by police. Why he feels he was targeted.
They've been given 2 years to look into the number of cases involving missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. And those in charge say they need more time.
Now, you might think that a railroad underpass is an unusual place to be checking out artwork, but coming up, I'll be taking you to that scene to find out exactly what was going on there this holiday Monday.
We're here in Charleswood in a neighborhood where an arsonist set fire to a vehicle. Now, this is not an isolated incident. Winnipeg police say a vehicle at this home and 20 others were set ablaze over the span of 3 weeks.
A big bonfire, like an ugly big bonfire happening in the middle of our brand new driveway.
That's Sarah Tasker's reaction to finding her car in flames Wednesday last week. She didn't see the person who did it. In fact, she didn't even know her car was on fire until her neighbors alerted her.
We're both pretty deep sleepers. Our bedroom is on the back of the house. I mean, who knows how much worse it could have gotten. We were obviously parked fairly close to the house. Had it been a windy night or something, you know, like the house could have gone up.
Shortly after, Tasker posted photos of her car on Facebook, and the reaction was quick.
Like, so many people were commenting and posting, and you know, and eventually people were saying that, oh, this happened to my neighbor a couple weeks ago, or this happened to my friend 3 nights ago. And then I realized that, like, this was a huge reoccurring thing, and a ton of these had happened.
21 vehicles were set on fire on the west side of the city since August 13th. Police say each incident occurred overnight or during the early morning.
So this individual was taking a flammable material and putting it up against the vehicle and lighting it on fire. So in most of these cases, it caused either minimal or moderate damage to the vehicle. Some vehicles, I would imagine, were able to drive away. But in some cases, the entire vehicle caught fire and there was substantial damage.
There's not much left to Tasker's car. She says it's a complete write-off.
Entire upholstered ceiling had come down. It was full of water, black smoke. It looked like I had completely blacked out windows because of the black smoke on the inside. And I mean, it smelt. It was horrible. So it's a complete write-off for sure.
There is still a big black burn mark on Tasker's car.
Ticketed for trying to do a good deed. I'm Erica Natividad outside of Silo Mission, where this past weekend a man says he was here giving out items like burgers, socks, and beer to the homeless when police showed up and started questioning him.
Okay, Ryan, I'm going to need you to sign right here.
This is one of several videos Ryan McGregor posted online of his interaction with police on Saturday. McGregor had driven his truck just outside Silo Mission and was handing out hamburgers, socks, and beer that he had purchased for the homeless.
I was in a good mood, feeling good, and I'm like, I want to actually do something like bigger, significant, you know? 2 minutes tops into like ripping things open, handing them out. Police showed up, parked their car there. I said, am I doing something illegal or am I under arrest? He said no. So I'm like, to be honest, I have no interest in carrying on this conversation. They asked for my ID and I'm like, what for? And he's like, well, for obstructing traffic, you know?
McGregor received 3 tickets, one for obstructing traffic, another for carrying more than one driver's license, and one for not using due care while entering a highway. None of those tickets have a set fine, which means he'll have to go to court.
No good deed goes. I was just like blown away that because he felt disrespected or whatever it was, his ego and emotions took over and he wanted to make this situation as bad as he could for me.
Now, I did reach out to Winnipeg police, but they said they were unable to comment as it's a matter before the courts. As for Ryan, he says that this one incident hasn't given him a bad impression of the police force in general.
He wasn't super rude by any means. No, it was like, you know, Donny Osmond says, one bad apple, don't spoil the whole bunch, you know? I'm not going to pretend all cops are bad.
Erica Natividad, City News.
Award-winning musicians have stepped up to perform a free concert for fire evacuees who have been displaced from their communities.
We're putting on the Concert of Hope for the fire evacuees from northern Manitoba. Music is medicine, music is healing. I'm hoping the evacuees come here and enjoy the music and forget about the trauma that they're going through right now. I'm a musician myself, and I know that music is healing.
Over 5,000 people from 5 First Nations communities have been evacuated to Brandon and the Winnipeg area. The residents from those communities have a deep connection to their land, intensifying the emotional side of the situation.
There was like a mass exodus of people leaving their community, and the sky was smoky, and you could see the flames in the background. Like they were high, and it was coming into the communities. That's already traumatic in itself, and then probably the majority of the people that are from the north have never left their communities. And as Indigenous people, we're really connected to the land where we grow up, and I know how difficult it is leaving their homelands to be uprooted.
Donation tables were set up during the concert at Odena Circle, where items were dropped off for the evacuees.
Toiletries, hygiene, baby supplies, clothing for the fire evacuees who had to leave with just whatever they had on. Giving back to the community is really, really important for myself and as well as the volunteers who have stepped up to be part of this event.
All future cash donations will go towards the Island Lakes Tribal Council. The Bear Clan was on site today, and if you'd like to make an additional donation throughout the week, those items can also be brought to the Winnipeg Red Cross at 1111 Portage. At the Forks, Mark Neufeld, City.
They're a group that's come under fire in recent months, and those running the inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls say they'll be asking the federal government for more time. Commissioner Michelle Audette says staff, family, and those supporting them are exhausted. She doesn't want those involved to burn out because the work they're doing is crucial to helping the families involved. Over the next few months, Audette says commissioners will ask for a 1 to 2 year extension. The group has been working with a $53 million budget since starting out. However, Audette wouldn't confirm how much additional money they would need in the event the extension is granted. She says nothing happens overnight, and they need the right tools in order to do their job properly.
The hiring process took forever. To have a computer, to have an office, to have a roof to work, it took 6 to 7 or 8 months, and I'm still waiting for a computer. So, but is it something that will stop us? No, we continue 7 days a week, regardless all that technical part, to try to respond to the families.
Commissioners will ask the federal government this fall for the extension. Audette says she is optimistic that it will be granted. City News reached out to the Minister of Crown Indigenous Relations, who declined to comment. In Winnipeg, Courtney Rutherford, City News.
Wall to Wall is an annual mural and cultural festival that kicked off its second event today at the Forks. A small crowd came to gather and to watch Nero 2 paint alongside some music from a local hip-hop, as well as some b-boys to round out the vibe. At 33 years old, this graffiti artist might have never been able to create this mural inspired by the Two Wolves legend had he not had his first start by mentors.
I feel this is my calling, and this is what I'm here to do is create. And so to be given these opportunities from people who believe in the beauty and the power of art, it's amazing.
This year, festival organizers have focused the event on mentorship and collaboration. They've been working with Graffiti Gallery in programming, all in hopes of inspiring youth. Graffiti artist Nero 2 was at the South Underpass completing his mural today, along with the help of his mentee Najwa. I asked him how he got his start in this unique art.
Well, actually, when I was about 5, I took a bunch of crayons and colored on my wall. That was my first graffiti, I guess you could call it, experience. And I've just been drawing ever since I was a kid. I worked with this medium, with a spray can, since my late teenage years, and hanging out at the graffiti gallery, I would watch guys paint all the time, and a couple of guys would show me some techniques, and we would go out and just hang out and paint.
The Wall to Wall Cultural Festival will be going on throughout all of September, and in total there will be 13 new murals created throughout the city. This festival is put on by Synonym Art Consultation, which is an arts initiative that works to cultivate local artists of all ages to put Winnipeg on the map as a cultural hub.